How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to episode number 5 of Loki as we reach the penultimate episode for this first season. It's a sad prospect to think that next week is going to be the final episode after what I have dubbed the show that I have loved the most out of the Disney Plus MCU shows that have currently been broadcasted. It's just been really, really incredible, and last week's episode was a great testament to that, with a lot coming out, especially the post-credit scene, which is setting things up for this episode, with Loki waking up in what seemingly is a prison timeline, surrounded by variants of himself, and I'm looking forward to exploring that a bit further. But I really enjoyed the last episode, especially with the revelation of the Timekeepers, us losing our minds with Mobius being pruned. Of course, they kind of layer that as execution, but it's seemingly indicative that with Loki waking up in the post-credit scene for last week's episode, that there is hope that Mobius also survived. So hopefully we will get confirmation if Mobius did survive or not, if there's anything special regarding how Loki was able to, wake up or whatever. But I'm really looking forward to jumping into this episode. So why don't we delve into this week's episode of Loki? This is episode number 5. Let's go.
The dogma states that the end of time is still being written, that the Timekeepers are transforming it into utopia. It's nice. Super believable. Whatever the real
We can't
reason.
decide. Do we want the big crunch? Do we
Nothing
want
ever comes back from there.
abrupt endings?
I can help you if you trust me.
By variants of myself, plus an alligator, which I'm heartbroken to report I didn't even find all that strange. And now we're running God knows what, running to God knows where.
Get on, Loki!
Find a way back to the TVA.
Stop wailing or you will signal Alliance.
Whew.
You mean the monster in the sky?
His ear that are devoured in an instant.
We're in a shark tank. Goliath is the shark.
It's a good...
There's no such thing as an alligator tank. Besides, it's a better metaphor. He's overly sensitive like the rest of us.
It's only that thing's a Loki too.
Oh, yes.
I love it!
You let a child command you?
You do well to respect the boy. This is his kingdom.
Right. What was your Nexus event, Your Majesty?
Ooh.
I killed Thor.
Holy shit! I'm getting Kingdom of the Flies vibe now. This is his kingdom. Wait, is that the Thanos copter? Holy shit!
I'll admit you had me fooled there for a minute. Or did you get a little real? Did Judge Renslayer really feel betrayed by her beloved TVA?
Why don't you come back out and we can
Yeah.
talk about it?
Sure. Just tell everyone else to piss off and we can settle this between us.
I love her. I love her. She's a
What
queen.
happens if...
Oh, is she gonna... Yeah, she's just proved herself! Oh!
And Iron Man, I claim my prize. All 6 Infinity Stones.
Yo! What?
That's alligator for growling and saying liar at the same time.
Well, at least my Nexus event wasn't eating the wrong neighbor's cat.
Are worthless in the face of a Loki sorcery. They stunt our magical potential.
But they look awesome.
Oh, yes. Especially when they clatter to the ground just before your neck is snapped. I cast a projection of myself. I missed my brother. And I wondered if he missed me, if anybody else did. But as soon as I took my first steps to getting off the planet, the TVA arrived. Because we, my friends, have but one part to play. Ah. Hello.
Oh. More variants.
This is a nightmare.
Oh, shh. my god, that was sick! Pizza time! Hey! Of course you couldn't die.
Beef-witted, half-faced scrubs. We had a deal.
Oh, this is Loki's done.
He's a Loki!
Oh my god! This is insanity! Just let them battle it out, yeah. This show never ceases to amaze me.
Animals! Lying we cheat.
Damn! Stranded in the ocean, ready for the shark to attack.
Okay. Maybe we think a bit more about this, huh? These are my friends. Well, they're how best to put this?
Me?
Us as a child, us in the future, and us as an alligator. It's best not to question it.
Oh, you threw a rock out
Accept
here, you
it.
little Loki.
So you're all after the giant paper cutting a giant cloud to death?
Listen, I've been down here
As
a bit longer
Gator
than you. I
Loki.
know
I'm
a thing or
going to
two.
enchant it.
She's pretty confident.
I believe in this gal's power.
Not before she does.
And why is that?
You only want it. She needs it.
Ooh, that strong a desire. Go on, B-15. I despise her.
He had arrested a lot of Lokis, but no, I don't remember an alligator. I mean, who's to say he's even a Loki variant?
Are you questioning the gator?
I could be lying. It's a long con. Of course, that just makes him more likely to be a Loki. It's always the game within the game with you guys, which I respect.
You have no idea how uncomfortable something like this is.
Is that a tease? Please let this be a tease. We love our finales with new costumes.
Mobius and his theory. Yeah, like bringing down the TVA.
I mean, saving the universe when you think about it.
Well, there's no need to be dramatic, but yeah, kind of.
It is what it is, right? Oh.
My brother. My home.
That acceptance of love,
I know
though.
what I did. And I know why I did it. And that's not who I am anymore. Okay? I won't let you down.
This is our home.
You sure? What about Elias?
We've survived this long. We know what we're doing.
Oh, guys.
Us on your journey.
And gators.
Go on.
I love this. Oh!
Thank you, my friend. You're my favorite.
Oh! My heart. I'm done. Oh no, Loki. Oh, he's going for it. Oh. Come on. Sylvie, let's... Oh? That's... Wait, is this old... Oh, Loki! Holy shit!
I don't know how. You do, because we're the same.
You got so much power, buddy. Look at old Loki go, though. This is so great. Look at these visuals. Holy. What a king! What a king! Oh, what a king! Now we go. Now we get going. Oh, I'm so excited for next week, not gonna lie. Ooh. Well, that sacrificial move by old Loki, though, was really powerful. Seeing the extent of his power was just how incredible it was. It was just really, really amazing. I'm really, really excited to see next week, though. Oh. This show is just really, really beautiful. Like, it's just... Yeah. I just really love the creativity, like, just, especially with having these variants of Lokis, this older Loki from Ragnarok, this younger Loki as well. I don't know why. It gives me, like, with him basically ruling the void, especially with his efforts of killing Thor, giving me, I don't know, for some reason, Kingdom of the Fly vibes, so, yeah. But everything about this, I'm just really looking forward to seeing what does happen, especially with Mobius going back to the TVA. Let's burn it to the ground. Love how he echoed that from what Loki said that he was going to do with the TVA, and just their departure as well. That hug. Everything about this episode. That final confrontation with Eliav, so as well, was, yeah, perfect. Oh, man, this show, I just love it so much. Do we get a post-credit? No? Okay. But yeah, I just really loved it. And seeing what's going to happen next week, seeing how we're going to conclude things. I do have a bad feeling about Sylvie. Not gonna lie, but I'm sure it'll be fine, right? Yeah, this was solid. Yeah, I'm just pretty much excited to see what's gonna go down next week. Of course, with Loki and Sylvie now heading towards the Grand Master of it all, seemingly. It's going to be very interesting to see who that is. Is it going to be Kang the Conqueror? Is it going to be someone unexpected? It will be very interesting, because especially with Red Slayer involved, there is quite a lot of focus on the idea that Kang is going to be behind all of this, and that's going to, of course, set things up for Ant-Man 3. But they could just pull a surprise, because everyone was so determined that Mephisto was behind everything with WandaVision, and it turned out that it was all just red herring. So it could be a surprise. It could not be. We'll just have to wait and see, because now it's all the matter of going to the mansion and seeing who is behind the TVA and everything. So yeah, so it was Agatha all along now. Oh man, that was great. I loved everything. Like, all the variants of the Lokis were just really, really incredible. Like, even President Loki, who only got like 2 minutes in, and just having his hand bitten off by Gator Loki was just incredible. But you gotta give props to, I guess, old Loki, or comic Loki, I guess, whatever you want to dub him. Especially with what he did at the very end. He decided to help out both Loki and Sylvie, and realized what his glorious purpose was. Especially with the idea that, like, Loki was worried about the fact that, well, Sylvie was actually worried about the fact that Loki was going to betray her. But that's the thing with Loki. Betrayal is always something to be of concern about. And instead of turning back with Kid Loki and just forgetting about Loki and Sylvie's efforts in defeating Goliath, he decided to help out and made a big sacrificial move, especially after years and years. And I say that as an understatement, because they do age a lot more, like, slower compared to your average human. So for Loki to turn that old, especially after escaping and tricking Thanos, it will have been a long time. So after those years of hiding and whatnot, he made something very, very he did something very selfless, and went out like a boss, and really made a very, very glorious move in terms of helping both Loki and Sylvie. So, and I think Richard E. Grant was just phenomenal. Like, it just is perfect to have, like, him as an older version of Loki. And yeah, I don't know if there was a bit of, like, because I know there's people who are not, like, too pleased with how Thanos ended Loki, with Loki pulling the knives on him at Infinity War. So I'm not sure if like there was a bit of, like, shade with in terms of how classic Loki, I guess, yeah, in terms of how he said he managed to evade Thanos after Ragnarok and whatnot. I'm not sure, but I it does it does break my heart with the fact that that could have happened. And of course, Loki, I guess, in the sacred timeline, died trying to be a hero, basically, and Thanos just... So, yeah, I gotta say, speaking of Thanos, the fucking Thanos copter is canon! You know what? The only thing that I have wrong, like, the only thing I feel wrong about this episode is the fact that we didn't see that iteration of Thanos. I would have loved it. I want to see Thanos be arrested by the cops, for fuck's sake. I want to see this more cheesy side of Thanos. Like, just seeing the Thanos captor, like, blew my mind, because you never, like, I would never have expected that. And here we are. So kudos for them to put in the fucking Thanos copter. That really blew my mind. So yeah, but no, honestly, I really, really loved classic Loki, and how the fact that he conjured this illusion of Asgard was really, really beautiful, as well as his exit, that sacrifice. So yeah, not just that though, but him entirely. He was just really incredible. From him, because of course we know, because Loki knows how his story ends in the sacred timeline. So there is kind of that emotional layer, I guess, with classic Loki saying how he evaded Thanos, and yeah. Because, of course, like I said, Loki, the Loki that we know that died in Infinity War, tried to be a hero, and sadly it didn't work out the way it is. So, yeah, I might be reading too much into the whole. I don't know if this is some kind of shade to how Loki died in Infinity War, but it's just the way he was like, yeah, I would not do that. Like, I just basically conjured an illusion. So, yeah. But yeah, what I was also really shocked about was Kid Loki. The Nexus event for him was killing Thor. Like, holy shit. And just the way he just... Yeah. They all killed it, though. Like, even Gator Loki, for crying out loud. I just really loved it, as well as Loki. Loki's lack of shock as well was just incredible. Like, I'm not really surprised anymore. But, yeah, I thought Kid Loki was pretty great as well. Like, I wasn't sure. Like, if anything, and I still think this is the case. If anything, I thought that Richard E. Grant's Loki was going to be the most mesmerizing, I guess, variant of, I guess, the Quadrant. Yeah. I mean, the alligator is just a mind-blowing thing anyways. But Richard E. Grant, you can't go wrong with how impeccable of an actor he is, and he really did sell it in this episode alone. But the thing with all these variants is they were all really iconic in their own way. So I really loved how one actor didn't have a overshadowing presence, if that makes sense. They were all really incredible, and like I said, even like the brawl that happened when President Loki's hand got bitten off, it was just really incredible. So I felt like the characterizations of the different Lokis was really incredible. So I really loved it. But yeah, I just thought that this was incredible. There was also, of course, the little teasers as well to Loki and Sylvie, and of course they've been there's of course been like strands of a romance potentially between the pair, and I think that that this episode kind of helped matters with the fact that there was that like blanket situation, and yeah. The way that they kind of held hands as well, and I'm really worried. I don't know, for some reason there are red flags when it comes to Sylvie in terms of like survivability, because I don't know, I just have this awful feeling in my gut that she's gonna die in the next episode, and I don't know if they do push with the romance, it's gonna be like a kiss and then she dies kind of scenario. But I do feel like that, I don't know, there is just alarm bells ringing for me in terms of Sylvie's going to perish. So, yeah. And the fact that there will be that Loki's destined to be alone and it's gonna hurt. I don't know, I just feel like there is these alarm bells that are ringing in my stomach, and I'm just really worried for Sylvie, and I hope it's not the case, because I really love Sylvie. I think she's just been an incredible inclusion for the show, especially with the layers that have been put towards her character in terms of her development, and how she's been a liberator of sorts, especially with B-15 in the last episode, and just how much you felt sorry for her. Again, go back in the last episode when we saw a child version of Sylvie, and just how unfair that situation was for her. So I do hope that I'm wrong. It's not the first time that I think I've mentioned it in another show as well, but it's not the first time that red flags have been blaring for me in terms of a Disney in terms of a Disney Plus, I guess, MCU show. Or in general, for that matter. It's not the first time I've had red flags that have been wrong, but hopefully this is another case of that, because of the fact that I don't want Sylvie to perish. So yeah. but yeah, really loved this. The Mobius reunion, like when they departed and Mobius is seemingly going back to the TVA, when they hugged, that really melted my heart, especially with the complimentary, like the hug just in general, Loki going in for that hug and them accepting each other's friends. Yeah, that was really, really emotional, and I really loved it. And of course, Mobius was not going to die. So yeah, as soon as we found out that Loki woke up in the void, and I guess what Renslayer said kind of added testament to that. But we couldn't be done with Mobius, and thank goodness that he came around, rescued Sylvie, reunited, and is now going to burn it to the ground. So I'm really excited to see that kind of whilst Sylvie and Loki are going to meet the person behind the TVA, I'm really excited for Mobius to kind of get his revenge on Renslayer. If he is going back to the TVA and burning it to the ground, it will be very, very interesting stuff to see. So yeah, yeah, this was really, really incredible. I just really loved it. Like I said, the way that all the variants, like obviously aside from Tom and Sophia, who are just incredible anyways, but the fact that we got these new variants and the fact that they were all incredible in their own way was just really great. Like I liked how they weren't like glossed over, and we were impressed with all the different variants that were there. Like they really shone, and Richard E. Grant did phenomenally as well, like especially with his sacrificial move. It was just really great. I even loved the brawl, like the music as well. It was a nice comedical and insane moment. So yeah, but yeah, I'm not ready for next week. I don't want this show to end, and this show just is impeccable. I really hope that season 2, like the bar that is set for this season, I really hope that season 2 manages to exceed it, because this show has floored me, and I'm always a person that loves to see like season 2, take the show to new heights and whatnot, and with this show, it's just been impeccable, and I'm really glad that the show has kind of lightened my mood. It's been a rough week for me, but Loki, like it hasn't failed to put a smile on my face, and this episode definitely made me smile so much, and I'm really excited to see how we do conclude things for Loki next week. I'm sad as well, but I'm really excited, so bring on next week. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!